Sometimes you just need dinner in a hurry, and that means you're using pre-cooked chicken, whether that is chicken in a can or rotisserie chicken that you have bought, pulled apart, and frozen. Either way, it makes for a very quick dinner. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. So just know that these recipes that I'm sharing today, you could always use just canned chicken or rotisserie chicken. It's interchangeable either way. But to get started, we are gonna make one that I am super pumped about. I've just been in the mood for Alfredo for quite a while. This recipe is called Alfredo stuffed shells. Okay, to get started, let's preheat our oven to 350. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is get a pot of water up to boiling, and then we're just going to use this entire container. It calls for 12 ounces of the jumbo shells, and this tells you to boil these for 10 to 11 minutes. We are gonna be baking these for a little bit as well, so I'm probably gonna do these in the water for about 8 minutes. If you have never used canned chicken, just know that it has a good bit of sodium in there. You wanna drain off all of the juices. I've heard too that you can rinse it to get some of the sodium gone, but what I just do generally is I don't add any extra salt to anything that I'm making when I use canned chicken. For this recipe, because we are going to be stuffing this into shells, I do want to go through and just kind of shred this up a little more so than it is already in the can. Right now it's kind of in chunks, so I'm just going to go through and do that so that it's easier to put inside of our shells. Okay, let's start mixing our filling. I've got a large bowl here. You need a 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese. Isn't that so pleasant? It's so appetizing to see it just plop out like that. We need 1 egg, a teaspoon each of basil and oregano. I recently put all of my spices in these nice jars here, and they came with these labels. I love these. I also did not put the shaker tops on top because I never use that. I'm either reaching in there with a teaspoon or I'm just pouring it out in my hand and then just kind of sprinkling over. So anyway, so a teaspoon each of oregano and basil. Whoa, I got a little excited there. There we go. And then earlier I shredded up some of this Parmesan cheese. We need about half a cup of it now. So I'm just gonna put that in here. This is about 3/4 a cup of Parmesan cheese that I grated. Okay, so now we're just going to mix all of this together. Now let's add our chicken in, now that that's good and combined. You need about 2 cups of cooked chicken shredded. I believe the canned that I had is maybe a little less than 2 cups, but it should be fine. Let's stir that in. Okay, let's just set this to the side for now, and we're gonna go grab our shells. Now it's time to assemble all of our shells. I've got this jar of Alfredo sauce. You can use whatever jar, or you can home make some too. I've homemade Alfredo sauce that I love, but we're taking the easy route today. You need about 2 cups of Alfredo sauce. I'm gonna add about 3/4 of a cup. Now that that's on the bottom, we're gonna start stuffing our shells. If your shells are too hot to handle, like if you just got them out and drained them, you can run some cold water over them really quickly. But I'm gonna take my shell and about 2 tablespoons of the mixture and stuff them into the shell. This is gonna be a messy one. And take that and just set it down here in the pan. And I'm just gonna continue to do that until my pan is full of all the shells. So if you are new here, we like to go through the comments of the last video that we posted and find some good comments to share here on screen. And I usually screenshot them, and then every now and then he reads them beforehand, like if he finds the comments. Sometimes he'll go through. But he's our commentator. Commentator.
Whatever you want to call
And so he's going to read these.
Stacy Mick said, David makes this my favorite video of yours yet. Looking forward to trying his recipe for my hubby and 2 teenage boys. Thank you for sharing your special guest with us.
So if you missed it, my last video that was here on my channel, I had my brother-in-law over for the Subby Supper segment. And he shared with us a recipe called smothered chicken, and it was delicious.
Really good.
But y'all got to meet him. If you have not seen that video, you need to go see it, because there's a reason why. There's a lot of comments from that video that say, this made it my very favorite video you've ever done, because David is just wonderful. So yeah. You need to go watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah. Thank you. Was it Stacy? Yeah, Stacy. Yeah. Thank you, Stacy. I've got them all stuffed. I have just a few shells left over, but not many. But that's as many that would fit in here, and I am out of stuffing. So that tells me I'm done. Now we're just gonna take the remaining Alfredo sauce and just pour it over the tops of all of our shells. This is the first time I've ever done stuffed shells like this. They all fell over, which, I mean, I don't guess they would balance very easily, but you can tell they're all tilted. We're gonna take about a cup of mozzarella cheese and just sprinkle that over top. And then we're gonna take the remainder of our Parmesan cheese, which is about 1/4 cup, and just spread that over top. Okay, let's cover this with some aluminum foil. And this is going in a 300, we'll do that again. This is going in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. Okay, it has been 20 minutes. Now what you wanna do is just remove the foil from on top and bake it for another 10 minutes. You want your cheese to get a little golden on top. Okay, so this is gonna go back in for 10 more minutes, and then it's gonna be time to eat. I cannot tell you how good it smells. So mine didn't get too golden brown. There's a few spots that got a little golden, but these are done, and I am ready to dig in. Cole. I'm in Steven's spot. Steven went to lunch with his mom today. He's back, but obviously he's not hungry because he just ate lunch. So I'm gonna do a taste test. Cole is in there eating it. Cole?
Yeah.
Any thumbs up?
I would give you 3 thumbs up, but I can't do that.
He likes it. So now I'm gonna try it. That is a great twist on your classic chicken Alfredo. I feel like it's a little bit quicker to make it this way, and I love serving it in the shells, but it's got your classic Alfredo flavor. It's got that basil and oregano in there. The fresh parsley on top is a good touch, and then the mozzarella, the Parmesan cheese. This is good and very, very simple to make. I definitely give this 2 thumbs up. Cole just came to me with an idea. He's off camera. He doesn't want to be on camera. But he said, while I was eating this, I felt like it had the consistency of mashed potatoes, kind of. The pasta is not overcooked. That's for sure. It's not mushy. But he's then had a light bulb moment, and he said, what if you bring Alfredo sauce into mashed potatoes or baked potatoes? Which one did
Mashed
you?
potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. That's not a bad idea.
You need to try that.
He said, you need to try that. I've got to keep that in the back of my brain. You were taking a nap when I had the cheese out. You was napping. Yes, you were. You want some cheese? Cole, will you get some mozzarella cheese out for her? She's a happy girl.
She's still chewing. Are you ready?
Oh.
Oh, she about took my hand off.
Okay, for our next recipe, this is called Can Mexican Casserole. This is so quick and easy. You just mix all the ingredients together, put them in the dish, put them in the oven. For this recipe, I am going to be using my other can of chicken, but you could definitely use rotisserie chicken if you wanted to. Let's get started by preheating our oven to 375. I've got this 11 by 17 dish. I will spray this before we put our mixture over there, but our mixture is going to consist of 1 can of chicken or 2 cups of cooked chicken. I did drain this. Let's go through and break it up a little bit. Next, we're gonna be adding in 2 cups of cooked rice. You can do white rice, brown rice, however you want to do it. It needs to already be cooked. I have a 15-ounce can of corn that I've already drained. Let's add that in. Next, we're gonna add in a can of petite diced tomatoes. This is a 14.5-ounce can, and you do not want to drain this first. A small can, 4.5 ounces of green chilies. Again, don't drain this. You need 1 cup of taco sauce. That's this entire thing. This is 8 ounces. So I chose the medium. If you don't want to go that route, if you want to go a little bit milder, feel free. Okay, let's mix all of that together before it goes over into our casserole dish. I'm gonna spray my casserole dish with a little bit of olive oil and dump this straight over into it. And this is just gonna bake at 375 for 20 minutes. That's it. You don't have to cover it. And then you can put whatever toppings you would like on top, and dinner is ready. Nope, it ain't ready. Cheese. I always forget the cheese. Why do I forget the cheese though? Okay, so you could mix some of the cheese in, or just do like I'm doing, and I'm just doing a layer of cheese on top. I have the Mexican blend cheese. I was like, something's missing. And then right as I was about to put it in the oven, I know what's missing. Cheese. Now it goes in the oven for 20 minutes, uncovered.
Catbat said, Mandy's famous I forgot an ingredient technique is contagious. David forgot the cream of chicken soup.
He did. I always forget. Y'all, I've already forgotten an ingredient today in a recipe. I don't know if you've already seen that or not, but I forgot an ingredient and had to add it in at the
As long as you
very
don't
end.
forget the bacon. Look, you can forget cream cheese all you want to. Just don't forget the bacon.
The bacon.
Did you make that for me?
No, stop it.
Oh, no.
It's going into the next recipe I'm making. I am letting it cool. It just came out of the oven. It's very hot. And I'm just going to prep some things for the top. We have this avocado that's really ripe that we can use. And I've got some cherry tomatoes that I just washed. You can do whatever toppings you would like. My son, he doesn't want to be on camera yet again. But he took one bite of this and he goes, and I said, oh my gosh, is it not good? He said, I'm just kidding. So what do you think? 1, 2?
It's actually really, really good. I like the different flavors in there.
Okay.
Lots of different flavors. They're really, I mean, they just punch your mouth, really.
Okay, well good. I'm glad you like it.
A good punch, though.
A good punch. A good punch in the mouth, not a bad punch in the mouth. Thank you for defining that. Yeah, you have a good day. This looks so delicious. Oh my goodness. I love that the rice kind of soaked up all of those juices. The rice is super soft. Even though I used the medium spice taco sauce, this does not really have a kick to it. It's pretty mild, but I do love all the flavors together, and I love the toppings on top. I feel like that really kind of takes it over the top. You can put some sour cream, some salsa even on here. But this is a great quick meal for one of those nights that you don't have a lot of time, but you want something really flavorful that everybody's gonna like. Okay, it is time for our third and final recipe using either canned chicken or rotisserie chicken, and this one is right up my alley. This is called cracked out chicken and rice, and if you are familiar, when you hear the term cracked out, that means it has chicken, bacon, ranch. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm making all 3 of these recipes on the same day. So we're gonna have plenty of food for the next couple of days, but I'm also gonna be taking some of this, like I'm halving these and putting them in containers, and I'm gonna take them to my friend Tabby, who lives right down the road, so that they can have dinner and possibly lunch for tomorrow too. Ow. You're welcome. You like bacon? Oh, you want more? I don't have any more. It's empty. Okay, to get started, let's preheat the oven to 350. This recipe is very simple. However, you do need to pre-cook your rice and pre-cook your bacon. All right, to start out, I've got 4 cups of cooked rice that I'm gonna add to this large bowl. There we go. You need 2 cups or so of chicken, so you could use a can, or you could even do 2 cans. I feel with this amount of rice, you could probably get away with doing 2 cans. This is just a rotisserie chicken that was actually from September, I believe, but I peeled or shredded it and froze it. We need 1 can of cream of chicken soup. We need an 8-ounce container of sour cream. Now you do need some ranch dressing mix. You could use half of a pack, or that equals out to about 1.5 tablespoons of the ranch powder, so that's what we're using. You don't need the entire thing, just half of it. You need 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, 1/2 cup of bacon that has been cooked and chopped. And you can either use chicken broth or water just for extra flavor. I'm gonna be using chicken broth. You need about 1/2 cup. Let's just mix all of that together. Okay, so I've got a 9x13 dish. I'm just gonna spray it with a little bit of olive oil spray. And we're gonna dump our rice mixture right in here and spread it out. This is going in a 350-degree oven for just 20 to 25 minutes. It's not gonna take long.
Beverly said, when you use one of those silicone garlic peelers, it helps a lot if you cut the hard root ends off the cloves first. The peel comes off much easier. Love your shows.
So let me show you what she's talking about. In that video, I was putting garlic in here and rolling it, and I was struggling a little bit to get the garlic peel to come off, and she said if you will just kind of chop that end off, it'll release a whole lot easier. So thank you, Beverly. I love that tip. And we have someone over here crying.
We have somebody over here making comments.
Hello. Did you want to be on? Did you have a comment? Oh, nope, she's out.
Have you been a good girl today?
Don't lie. See, I woke Mom up at 5:30 this morning.
Oh,
I'm like
boy.
having a baby in the house.
Bless her heart.
So it may not look the prettiest, but y'all, the smell is out of this world. Right? Right. So I'm just having a very small amount right now because I am still full from the others, but I did put some green onion on top and I'm excited to give this a try. My taste tester has been slacking today. He's at the back of the house, but I know he's not hungry. I'm not hungry right now, quite honestly, but I'm gonna eat this just so that I can taste it for y'all. My house smells so good today. Okay, it's got a little bit of everything in there, I think. I think I saw a piece of bacon go in there. Oh man. The rice is so creamy, it's almost like a risotto. And the ranch is the perfect amount of ranch. It is not overdone, so definitely don't use a whole pack. That is so good. And then the green onion on top is like the perfect combination. This is comfort food. You gotta make this one. We did it, y'all. 3 recipes using either canned chicken or a rotisserie chicken. Either way, they were delicious. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.